gosh.
Welcome back to another episode of Open Window. And as you can see, it's not a draft. Ooh, boo, I know. Okay, we don't have any more content ideas. It's a draft once again. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Paz is here.
Open window.
Yes, sir. And that's it.
Ah!
So today,
What?
and Jazz is here, I guess. Okay. Today, we're drafting anime, specifically anime, okay? Otherwise, it's too easy. Antagonists. Every one of us has 5 picked. We draft them. Like everyone has a top 5 if you don't know how it works. And then you can comment down below, tell us who wins. I usually win. You know how this goes if you watch all
That's
the
a
episodes.
lie.
Yep. But
We're
yeah,
tied right now.
we'll see how it goes. This time I go first. I don't know who goes second. Paz, I guess. Yeah, Paz, you go
No.
second. Okay, Jazz goes second.
Just a second. Yeah, I'll go last.
And then okay. Paz can go last. He can, he might still win, okay? He's probably still gonna be better than Jazz. Okay. So for my first pick, no need to really introduce him too much. You know who it's gonna be if you know me personally. I'm
Who's
going
on?
with Johann Liebert from Monster. My favorite
Hell yeah.
antagonist of all time
Hell yeah.
from like, it doesn't even matter, anime, manga, movies, gaming, books, I don't care. It's Johann. He's just that good. Perfect representation of pure evil. I think no antagonist comes close in that regard. He's really just this emotionless psychopath who every time he's on screen, he just steals the show. And the show, you could argue it is more about him than the protagonist. Even though he isn't there all the time, he really pushes everyone to their fucking limit, and it's always just very good to watch. You never, like, he's very unpredictable. You never know. He acts more like the devil himself than the human. If you watch the show, you know. I don't want to spoil too much. If you haven't watched Monster or Red Monster, do that. Yeah, I don't need to, talk too much about it. Johann Liebert is just him, and he's gonna be my first pick.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were right. Nah, Soul was picking that shit beside you. I ain't gonna hold you. You were right. You were right. You were
already
right.
won.
Monster, yeah.
Okay.
No, you did not. No, but that is a very fire pick, though. I just can't get into the anime, though. I don't know what it is.
Read
Maybe
the
it's that
manga, probably easier.
I probably should do that. For my pick, now I'm conflicted though, because you went with like a personal pick. It's still a very good pick, but you still went like a personal one. So it's like, should I go with a personal one too, or should I just try to win these niggas?
I mean, Johann
It is a draft.
Johann is still very popular, I would say.
yeah,
But not
he
like
is.
not on the same level, I guess, as the Shonen main.
Yeah, it's
the
true.
usual.
I guess I'll kind of go in the middle too, and still pick someone that's popular, but it's like one of my personal favorites. 'Cause I just love the anime so much. I'm gonna go with Miriam from Hunter.
I knew it.
Hunter.
I didn't even put him on my list because I knew you would pick him.
Yeah. No, I
And
expected him
Miriam
to
is
be here.
fire.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Miriam, and I think with Miriam is like just how he fits into the show to close off Hunter x Hunter with how he is a complete parallel to Gon, where Gon becoming a monster and then Miriam becoming a human, and then how that parallel is, and this good versus evil type stuff. And this even is like taking that away, just looking at like just how strong he is and the aura he presents, and how he was like people were just bowing down to this man. Like there was not a lot they could really do versus the man. Even they nuked this man with the old grandpa with I think his name is Netero, who was fighting that guy.
Oh,
And that
yeah.
man, he did all this shit to kill this dude, and this nigga still survived. I know, of course, with his lackeys, but still, like the fact that he still survived even after all of that is crazy. But yeah, I think it's an easy pick for me. But see, like I said, it's still might not be the most popular one out there, but still popular and well known. But it's still a personal pick for me.
No, Meruem is on many lists. Like he is an expected pick. Like if you do an antagonist draft, expect Meruem to be somewhere. It doesn't matter where, he's gonna be on there. I feel
True.
like he's one of those.
I agree.
Well,
Well, now
just to say, hey.
now it shifts to me. If y'all know me, I'm pretty sure y'all know who I'm gonna pick. Actually, no, you don't, because y'all know my favorite anime. You don't know who I'm gonna pick from there.
No, that's
Okay.
true.
So first and foremost, because they have a lot. They have a lot of good antagonists.
They do.
So I'm gonna go with a pick antagonist from Naruto. I'm gonna go with Pain.
Oh wow.
Pain is my pick. Yep.
Okay.
It's tough, but I really think Pain was one of like the how do I say it? Like the peaks of just having a force to be reckoned with, kind of within Naruto, because it was something that solidifies me for like a really good antagonist. First of all, is killing off a fan favorite, and he was able to kill off multiple fan favorites.
Yeah.
So, it's that. It's the fact that we didn't really know a lot about his abilities. It's the fact that once we got down to why he was, the antagonist at that point in the story, that it made sense. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just like two sides kind of thing. Like when you think of Pain, it's not more of like evil, it's more of like justice kind of thing. Like he brought the border between good and evil and he narrowed it down so you really didn't know who was like, he was just, it's not like he wasn't going about it the best way, but he really like showed Naruto that, oh, just because someone's going against you doesn't mean they're wrong or that they're like bad. It's just how they're going about it. Like he was, I'm not gonna lie, he was yapping. He was yapping in that
No
fight against
way.
Naruto, and he hit Naruto with the Talk No Jutsu. He said, "Oh, you don't know Pain," and then he just told him his whole OG story. So I respect that off of an antagonist. He was fearsome. He had presence. He was
Yeah.
powerful, and he got Naruto to question a lot of things, and it made Naruto grow up. If the antagonist makes the protagonist grow into a better one, that's a good antagonist to me. So Pain is my number one.
Yeah, he's part of the best moment, best arc in Naruto as a whole.
100%,
So
100%.
so
Yep.
he's there. Usually, you do expect if we talk Naruto villains, the other big two,
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
Pain is usually in the discussion, at least top three. But lately, I've been thinking Pain is better than some of the other Naruto villains. Yeah, he is
Me
up.
too.
He is for some reason for some time he was kind of underrated. I feel like in the community, like I never
I
saw him
agree.
compared to the big main antagonist, but he should. He's just well
He should.
rounded,
Yeah.
doesn't have a
He
bad
was
ending.
he was better than a lot of the late game villains that we got.
Yeah.
Personally, me like. So I'm sticking with it.
Hell yeah.
I wrote him down. I gotta check him. Okay, fuck. Okay, let's see. Number two. Once
Sir.
again, I could go
Fuck.
into different. Bro, damn.
Yo,
I
you.
could go different routes. Right? It's tough, I guess. I'm gonna pick something that I believe. Yeah, I think none of you should be able to pick him because you haven't watched the show. I believe. Okay, JoJo's
Fuck.
Bizarre Adventure.
Oh yeah,
Part
I haven't watched enough
Part
of
Yeah,
that.
four.
yeah, yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
Kira Yoshikage or Yoshikage, whatever you
Oh
want.
wow.
I don't like in terms of JoJo antagonists. I feel like most people do prefer, if they have read or watched all of it, Funny Valentine from Part 7. He's like in all these lists, like top tier and S tier and shit. But I just like Kira more. It is this serial killer who wants to live a quiet life, and then the little gimmick is that he does have a fetish for severed hands. Okay,
Oh,
Whoa.
and his
nice.
ability is to turn anything he touches into a bomb. So he just bombs people,
What
Oh
is
my
his
as a
god.
serial
character,
killer.
dog?
And he usually focuses on women. And he is fucking nasty and creepy as shit. Spoiler alert. He has a very interesting, quote unquote, interesting moment at the end where he is about to die. But the thing he says is tell another woman that was close by that when he was a kid, he looked at the Mona Lisa, saw the hands, and got a boner. Like this dude,
Aw.
this dude is carrying Joe. Okay, no jokes. All jokes
Oh
Aw.
my
aside,
god.
he. If you watch part four, like you go through these episodes and it's like slice of life, more like episodic. But then as soon as Kira appears as the main antagonist, as soon as he takes action, the whole setting, low key, like the genre, whatever you want to call it, just switches, right? It becomes a murder mystery, almost detective type
Mm,
of show, and he does what you like you explained, right? With Pain, like he does what a good antagonist usually does if it's a series about killing and fights and shit.
yeah.
He has the writer lets him kill off some of the main guys. You know how it goes.
Hmm.
He is not a joke, and he is just very interesting to see. I've not seen any antagonists like him in other media. Maybe like similar stuff, but I think he takes the whole serial killer in a small town type of villain role to a different level, I guess, with all the intricacies around him and the creepiness with him. Like he's not just perverted, he's just, I mean, obviously psychopath, but it's just, I don't know. You have to watch the show. It is on a whole other level. Those who have watched JoJo, I think you know what I mean. Like I cannot even explain it like that. I cannot even compare him to anyone really. But Kira Yoshikage, second pick. Let's go, Jazz.
That's important too, to be like iconic, where you can't really be compared to other antagonists. That also
That is
makes you a
true.
good antagonist.
That is true. I didn't expect that pick at all. I feel like we're just going. This might be for sure a lot interesting when it comes to the list. I'm gonna keep it going with the whole popular, but I mean, this is I don't know. I feel like this is one that's not talked about enough. At least in my like, I know people talk about the show a lot. I know they talk about, of course, like the other characters, but like the antagonist, I don't feel like it's really talked about a lot. But I really did enjoy him. Father from Full Metal Alchemist
Yes, I
Brotherhood.
almost put him. Yep, I almost put
I have
him.
not written him down.
There's a lot of antagonists, of course. When it comes to Full Metal Alchemist, of course, like with the sins and stuff. I know you probably put a lot of the sins up here too. But like
Yeah,
him like just being the overcharge, especially when you get to those like last like 5 to 10 episodes, and he's really starts like showing himself and how strong he is, like what he was trying to reach for this entire time of like just like curiosity, like him just being so curious about power and like what he would do to gain it, what he did in the past to get to where he is now, just then with the backstories and how he relates to their dad and like to even to them, Ed and Alfred. Like it's just
I gotta
wow,
rewatch that. It's so
it's
good.
fucking insane, dog. It's like and to me, and it's so good because like the ending and like what happens is like it's such a good ending. It's such a good culmination. Like it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel like, oh, like why do we like all the people that we've lost up to this point, all the stuff that has gone on. It feels worth it to just get to that point. So yeah, I definitely had to put him. And like I said, like I mean, maybe people do talk about him. Like I really never hear him like when it comes to like antagonists or villains or whatever. I really never hear him brought up at all. Especially for like an anime, like because Full Metal Alchemist is probably one of like the most highly rated shows, or not just anime, but just shows in general, just of all
Yeah, I
time.
think it's rated like a 9, like on I was it IMDb? It might have been my anime list, but it's really high. It's really high.
It's super duper high. So it's like I'm surprised like people don't really talk about the antagonist as much. Maybe it's just my viewing, and maybe I just haven't really been seeing it. But
No, you're right with this. Like, father is usually not in any discussions. Full Metal as a whole, I think, isn't really that talked about. Maybe because it's older, but I mean that
Probably,
doesn't
yeah.
even make any sense because
Doesn't.
because even older anime, I guess, like Yu Yu Hakusho and shit, are still talked about. But I mean, the
Mhm.
antagonists don't get the love they deserve.
absolutely,
That's
that's my pick for sure.
dang. All right, I'm gonna have to shoot. I'm trying to pick some that aren't like super like, super like popular, but also are like that make sense. But for my second one, at least, just to make sure that I have a pretty good, solid foundation, I'm gonna go with Aizen from Bleach.
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
And if you've watched Bleach, you just know there's a lot of things that go into being a good antagonist, and I think Aizen fits, if not all of them, most of them, because from the beginning, well, I'm not gonna spoil a lot, and I don't want to like
Yeah.
talk too much, but he's just a master of deception and of manipulation and just how he's basically a magician, just the way he can pull things out of nowhere, flip the entire script. He's I think I've never seen an anime where the plot has jumped around so much simply off of Aizen's behavior.
Hmm.
Like you would be like, oh, the Soul Society's gonna win, and then Aizen does something, and you're like, oh, they were never gonna win. And then he's just, and it's the fact that Aizen does it behind a smile. He does it composed, like he's always in control. And
Hmm.
for the entire arc, you really don't ever see him crack any type of emotion other than, oh, I know I'm gonna win. Like he's had that kind of composure the whole time. He had presence. Once they figured out, oh yeah, he's got a whole group ready to like go up against Soul Society, and you knew he had presence, and him being behind all the espadas. It was just Aizen is really really solid, and his IQ, just how he was a master with the strings, as a puppeteer, just everything he did, it always felt like Aizen was in control. So I gotta put him. I gotta put him at my number two.
No, Eisen was to be expected too. I've written him down, even though Eisen isn't even like top, like he's not top 5 for me, but he might be top 10. I don't know. Eisen is one of the best villains still in anime. Like you can say what you want about Bleach. Even I'm not even the biggest fan of Bleach, but I do have to admit that Eisen is cold as shit.
He
and
was. He is.
and easily S tier. Like I don't think that's really debatable because there are some people walking around saying Aizen's mid. You know they're trolling, right? Like no, like
Yeah.
objectively Aizen is clean.
Nah.
Like objectively he's clean.
Like, come on. You gotta just look at how he moved. Like, bro,
Exactly,
he
bro.
was an antagonist,
Nobody
bro.
does it like him.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. We're
Goat.
starting with you have not watched Bleach. We're
What?
starting we're starting
No.
with round 3. And while you were also, presenting yours, I was going through my list because I didn't know which pick would be better. Okay, sometimes popular, sometimes you know how it goes.
Yeah.
But then I realized, damn, for some reason, most of my favorite villains are the ones that are, or you would consider pure evil, not
Yeah.
necessarily just for the sake of being evil, but ones that are not redeemable, I feel like. So,
Ooh, yeah, that's a good quality.
yeah, so third pick, Don Quixote do Flamengo from
Woo!
One Piece.
Irredeemable indeed.
Absolutely. You see, like you start the arc, and One Piece usually gives you a lot of backstories, right? Even antagonists get backstories, and they try to make you at least sympathize for them. Naruto is also the same way. Every antagonist has a
Mhm.
backstory. And then you get
Yeah.
Doflamingo. He gets a backstory, and the backstory makes you hate him even more. Because even as a
Exactly.
kid, he was irredeemable. I mean, I'm spoiling here because I feel like I have to, list off what he
Yeah, that's
did
okay.
basically, right? He's as
Mhm.
an adult, of course, right, enslaving an entire island just because he's like, yeah, this is like mine technically, so I'm here, I'm taking it all, back because technically it is mine, my family owns this, even though he actually doesn't. And he doesn't just enslave them and take over the island. He does it in a way that he looks like a hero to them, right? So he just manipulates them all on some Eisen with his ragtag
Yep.
family, wherever whoever they are, but I guess. And even like in his like kid backstory, he kills his father because his father. I mean, okay, the father was naive, right? Like all that we know. Everybody who watches it knows. As a celestial dragon and shit, like you should not be going
Mhm.
to the regular humans and expect love from them. But Dofi, as a kid, like, bro, where are our slaves? Bro, Dad, what are you doing? We deserve more. They are all dirt, and he never changed. His brother somehow
Yep.
did, but
Oh yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
kills his brother. Like, what the fuck is Doflamingo doing?
No.
We have actually, I realized we have seen like 3 different backstories for Doflamingo, all at different ages, right, and different
Yeah.
moments. And every time he has a
Mhm.
different drip. He's just dripped
He
out. Like
does. He
I cannot lie,
does.
he
Even
has
as a
drip in
kid.
wherever he goes. And the way he's introduced very early on in One Piece, you already can tell he's gonna be someone very important. Like I saw
Yeah.
him in pre-time skip, I was already hyped. Like I wanted to see more of him. Then he's in Marineford. Then
It was the drip for me.
yeah,
It was the drip for me. I
the
was like,
walk
oh,
too, the
he looked
voice
cold.
acting. I think everything
Yep.
goes hand in hand. Like his motivation, he gets the backstory. He is probably the best antagonist in One Piece, just simply off of writing and everything he got. Like
Yeah.
he's the most developed, I feel like, and
I like that.
he
Yeah.
really does the being evil and irredeemable aspect of the One Piece villain specifically very well. So I just liked him. Like every time he was on screen, peak as fuck, and then the end fight too, peak as
Yeah.
fuck. But I don't want to
Yep.
dwell
Yep.
too much on him. Yeah, Doflamingo, my third pick. Let's go, Jazz.
Another
All
go,
right.
another go. Hell yeah. I can't. I haven't watched One Piece either, y'all. But don't worry, I'm gonna get to it eventually.
You'll
You
understand.
won't.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna go into this one, and I guess just keeping the same. I guess like we said before, like before we even started, it's like it's gonna like there's a lot of antagonists to choose from, but it's really just how well like you like them and how well you can, I guess, like argue it to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go with Askeladd from the Fire
Ooh,
Ass
that's a
Vinland
good one.
Saga.
Wait.
I
You like
what?
Askeladd? Give
Yes.
me his actual full name.
No way, I don't even remember his
Nigga,
full
this nigga's
name
my
to this
biggest
day.
op, dog. What the hell is that supposed to mean, dog? Let me just talk my shit.
Was it
What's
was
wrong
he
with this
no
man,
Weak.
y'all?
wasn't he no wasn't he like
He was
Lucius
from
Artorius
Wales,
Custis or
yeah.
some shit?
Yes,
How the fact
Artorias
that
is
you
part
even
of
know about that is crazy.
Yeah, I mean I like him more than you apparently.
Oh,
Lucius Artorius Castus. Who's supposed to remember some shit like that for real?
Vinland Saga fans, bro.
No, not even them niggas know that shit. But if you're a Vinland Saga fan and you knew that like off rip that what his name was, put it down below. And if you say yes, you're a liar. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to, the nitty gritty. Asla definitely up there. Very very. I know he's a lot more new gen, of course. But he's phenomenal, bro. Like, what do you mean what?
He is not new gen.
He's not as old as some of these other niggas. I'll tell you that much.
Didn't Vinland Saga start even before AO?
but like anime wise,
I mean,
no.
Anime wise.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you
Yeah, I
that.
guess.
I'm give you that.
Thank you, yeah, thank you. No, but yeah, I mean, I have read. I'm caught up on the manga. Watched all the anime that is out right now. Askeladd is just that dude, bro. Like for him, like going from killing Thorfinn's dad and then becoming this and just keeping this nigga around to kind of just do his just do his petty work.
Right.
And it's like this, and always like willing to fight him and stuff like this, knowing he's gonna beat that nigga's ass every single time, is just being a complete nuisance. He's really just paying for real, honestly. That's what it comes down to.
Oh my god.
Really just paying for real. That's what the crazy part about it all. But he's very very phenomenal. And I don't know if in the anime they got to where it is now in the manga, where what happens and stuff past that point. I'm not too sure, so I'm not even trying to spoil nothing for like that or nothing for real. But he has a long-lasting effect on Thorfinn. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
He comes back in like some like not backstories, but like flashbacks. He's there.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Very, 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 very good, well-written character, and just a character by himself is very, very written. Yeah. So yeah, definitely fuck with them. Absolutely.
Fire. I mess with that pick. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I want to move anybody up. I might. Oh no, yeah. I'll move someone up. Okay, my third pick is gonna be Kaido. Kaido from One Piece.
Okay.
And I think he fits a little more into more of my picks have been like, Pain was he had a firm ground, and he stood his case. Aizen was just, very deceptive, manipulative. How do you say that word?
Manipulative.
Yeah. And then Kaido, I feel like I'm hitting like different nails too, which I like. Kaido to me was just also like really, really strong. And I think it's important, overwhelming, the fact that it's not only his power, but his influence that we've seen in One Piece for multiple arcs. Like, I think we first hear of it in the Dressrosa arc because he's affiliated with Doflamingo. And then once you I think it was post Dressrosa, you finally see him, you see Kid go up against him. That was like probably one of the most like shaking moments for me because I was like, oh nah, no way there's somebody worse than Doflamingo. And then just how they introduced him was just like, yo, there's dudes like these. Like, I think we figured out about him before Big Mom. Like, Big Mom was like scary just because we heard about her in Fishman, but I like Kaido, it was like, bro, this dude looks like nobody can beat him type of thing. And his influence was literally like not just his strength, but how much he impacted the world. Like, he literally got all of Wano and started feeding them like fake devil fruits. Like, bro, like they were just all faulty. He was just like, oh yeah, just give it to them. Or it was him and Orochi, but he just didn't care. He used Wano as his own factory to produce these smile fruits, and he basically just wanted to create his own like power system. Like, he wanted his own devil fruit, so he started producing them himself. Not only that, he was strong enough to push Luffy down 3 to 4 times. I think it was like around that time. And Luffy hadn't seen an antagonist like Kaido probably since Marineford or pre-time skip. Because I don't think I've seen him fall so many times against one person and still get up and be like, no, I gotta beat him. Like, he legit, I think he one hit KO'd him all 3 times too. Besides maybe the 4th, or where near Luffy, Gear 5th awakened. Yeah. It's also the fact that he was strong enough to push Luffy to the brink where he actually turned Gear 5th. It's like, I think that makes a good antagonist, is pushing your protagonist to, I don't want to say last resort, but to new heights, to where they haven't even done before. Like, that's like Gear 5th is Luffy's awakening. And I like that they kind of touched on Luffy's awakening in Dressrosa, but Kaido was the one to like bring it out of Luffy. And there's a lot of factors that go into that, but he legit was just a terrible person. And another thing, really quick, he was respectable. Like you're like, bro, I mean, I get it. Like when it came to fighting, he hated that he lost to Odin the way he did. He hated that he almost lost to Luffy the way he did. He was just like, bro, I kind of just want to win off of like something that's like straight up, you know? Like cuz every time he had won against a really good protagonist, somebody else had kind of intervened. And I think that kind of like messed with him a bit. And he had a warrior's pride, and that was in his backstory too. He was just a really, really proud warrior and just really strong, and his influence was insane. So I gotta put Kaido.
Hell yeah.
Kaido. Like, I forgot to write him down while we were writing them. But Kaido
And
is strong.
he's still almost beat Gear Fifth Luffy. So he was crazy. He's crazy.
He is crazy. Let's see, fourth round, fourth pick. I'm gonna go full 180 on this. Okay, we are going from evil antagonists to good antagonists.
What the
For the
fuck?
fourth pick, give me L from Death Note.
Ooh,
Okay, you know how it
yeah,
goes.
that's crazy how Death Note is like flip flopped a little bit.
Yeah, like the
Okay,
protagonist is the evil one here. But yeah,
exactly.
some people, at least in recent times, have downplayed L as an antagonist because like they have the belief that and a good antagonist is like it is like a basic thing that the antagonist pushes the protagonist to new limits and shit. But
Mhm.
the dynamic between Light and L is something that I think everybody just unanimously loves. Like, not a lot of shows
Yeah,
do this type of constant dynamic with none. It's still debated till this day on who is actually smarter, who actually would have won if Light I mean, Light won, you know how it goes, but Light had a lot of help. So technically, you might say L is smarter. But this whole dynamic throughout the anime, they all like the protagonist, antagonist outsmarting each other, and it's always just very good to see L because you obviously don't see what he's thinking.
hmm
So from Light's perspective, as we're watching, L is just very unpredictable sometimes. Like Light is like, yeah, I got this upper hand. I know what I'm doing. I won. But then L pulls up with something completely unexpected, and the tides have turned. L is winning. Light is once again monologuing for an entire episode. You know how this goes. So L as an antagonist, I think, just stands out because not a lot of shows, at least from what I've watched, have this shift, right? That the antagonist is the good guy here. Sometimes you forget it. Like, you still root for Light to win, even though you should probably be rooting for L, if we're being honest, and morally you
yeah.
should, yeah.
hmm
But L, I think, anytime anybody talks about how protagonist antagonist dynamics or just being unique and stuff, like smart, I think L is always in the discussion. L, and then in pair with Light, because not a lot of shows or manga or whatever, not a lot of media is able to accomplish this type of writing dynamic, whatever you want to call it. So L, fourth pick, no need to talk further.
I
Absolutely.
like it. I like it. Yeah.
Great pick. See, like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like I know there's a lot of people. You're probably like, oh, they would have been picked these people by now. But I mean, like I said, like it really just depends on like how well you can like. We just, I guess, just really just compare them to like the protagonists and how well you can like really go, like, yeah, they did this correctly or they did this right. And even with my next pick, I know that y'all probably expect this person to probably been like first or at least second on a lot of our list, and I'm gonna go with Frieza from Dragon Ball.
Ooh.
And it's
Ooh,
probably
yeah.
my most respected antagonist, I think, from Dragon Ball. I know there's a lot to choose from Dragon. That's the thing I will say about Dragon Ball. They have a lot of just goaded ass antagonists, like
They do. They do.
from everything. Even like ones that have turned good from bad, like someone like Vegeta. Like even when while he was still an antagonist with Nappa, like even them are fucking menaces. Like they have a lot to choose from. That's what Dragon Ball really is goaded. But Frieza, I think, is like the one that of course stands out the most. I think he's been probably one of the more long running ones. He's still like, I know he's still like maybe not as at least in Super. I know he kind of like helped them. Like, I know they had like the whole like Universal tournament or whatever, and he was on like I guess quote
That's
unquote
the
on their
only
side.
reason they had to talk
Yeah,
him into it. Like, yo, you die too, right? If we lose, he's like, ah, damn.
that nigga was still trying to just be against them niggas. He don't give a damn.
Legit.
with Golden Frieza. Doesn't he have a black form too now? Black Frieza or some shit, some crazy
Yeah,
shit.
that's like manga stuff though.
Okay. I've only heard about that, but I've seen the Golden Frieza stuff.
Yeah, the Golden
Frieza's is Frieza, bro. Like we don't gotta say like I know. Reason I say he probably should have been first or second because he's just so like the popularity is fucking. He might be one of the most popular antagonists of all time when it comes to just
Yeah,
not just anime, but just in general. Like he's probably like at least top five. Because I know
he's
there's a
also
lot of
racist.
there's a lot of the racism, everything, calling people monkeys and shit. Like, cause like he just really despises them niggas. Like he don't give a damn. Like he just hates them. Like, it don't matter what happens. It don't matter what it takes. He gonna be against them every single step of the way. You seen the RDC skits where he's just being there just being straight menace for the play by Leland. Like you know how what kind of time he is. He's a straight Black Force era energy. I don't know. It's fucking like no matter like how Goku powers up and how like, he's probably just gonna get washed. He's still gonna talk his shit. It don't fucking matter at all. I mean, at the end of the day, I gotta respect that shit. So he definitely an easy fourth for me.
I respect him. I have to cross
Okay.
him off my list.
I don't have too much respect, but we're tolerant to
Uh,
give it around here.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think you know what? I'm gonna have to go back to Naruto because I feel like he's too important of a character not to mention. And I feel like a lot of people forget that he's an antagonist when we talk about Naruto antagonists. And I'm gonna go with Sasuke. You know, he goes with
but
he fits
What?
deuteragonist, he fits antagonist because a lot of his things, justified or not, he was a rogue ninja from the Leaf. He was a force against Naruto since he left the original show.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he was doing his own thing with his own, ideals and stuff like that, he was still doing a lot of things. Like if we're a Leaf Shinobi and we see him, like they're not good. Like they literally, the Leaf was like, "Yo, we gotta kill this dude before he kills us." Like they literally sentenced him to death because of how dangerous he was. Regardless of why he left, he did leave. He did work with the Akatsuki. He tried to capture B. He killed a lot of people, a lot of people, and
Innocent ones.
he's yeah, like, and also the fact that he kind of wasn't, even after he learned the truth about Itachi and stuff, he wasn't trying to be the type of guy Itachi was. He was going the complete opposite direction. He said, "Oh nah, I'm gonna kill the Leaf now. Like y'all are done for." After I found out what happened, like he went straight for Danzo, and it's crazy because Danzo is also a really good antagonist, but I feel like Sasuke was that antagonist that hit a lot of marks. He had his reasons.
Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of messed up stuff, and he was the second most powerful shinobi at the end of the entire series. Well, yeah, second. I'm gonna say second. That's debatable, but he was literally the only one who could probably stand up against Naruto once they both got their sage powers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was also power hungry, how Naruto was, because their dynamic is untouchable too. They both kept getting stronger after finding out each other was getting stronger. They both went to new heights, up to the final fight. We forget that the original big thing about Naruto was that Sasuke left. It wasn't just about all these other, things going on in the world. The main thing that Naruto was always, he had in the back of his head was getting Sasuke back to the village. That makes him an antagonist in itself. He was the driving force behind Naruto's actions, and he was strong to back it up. He was menacing. Y'all seen how he treated Danzo. He was menacing.
Yeah.
And he got Susano. Like he hit a lot of marks on the head, and he was smart too. Like we forget in Naruto, he was probably one of the smartest. He was like what? Him and Neji were like the smartest ninja at their age, and he just kept getting smarter. His battle sense got better in Shippuden, and ultimately, we do know how the story ended, but he drove a lot of the story, or he stopped Naruto from driving a lot of the story
Yeah.
forward. Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro, forgot about Shikamaru in terms of smartness, man. Fuck.
Oh no, yeah. Shikamaru for sure. But he was
uh,
slept on as a kid. He was
Yeah,
slept on as
that's
a kid.
true. That's true. He was sleeping a lot himself. Yeah, Sasuke is a clean pick. I haven't written him down. The Jazz is not gonna mention him anyway. Okay, so I have written down
Yeah,
someone like
yeah.
someone like Obito Madara, right? Because they come to
Obito,
mind.
yeah.
But yeah,
Hmm.
Sasuke was a bit unexpected. But then thinking about it, yeah, Sasuke does definitely fits here. Not even like a traditional antagonist, I would say, because he switches
Exactly.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very
Hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
You also don't see that too often, I would say, like the switching roles shit.
Yeah, right. And that's what makes him even better of an antagonist is like we grew to like him as a protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Naruto is good with a switch up. Okay, let's see. Final round, fifth round. I have some left. Okay, I've crossed out, the weak ones. Okay, only the strong ones are left. Okay, only the strong
Hmm.
ones. Actually, let me also delete Obito and Madara because you damn well I'm not picking them anymore. So no, I didn't want to pick them either way. So I'm looking through my
Same.
list and I'm thinking about, okay, who is mad popular and who is mad menacing and who had the biggest impact on the protagonist and the other characters. And only one character comes to mind. You all know him. He starts with K. Okay, let's go. Okay, everybody. Kayaba
Yeah,
Akihiko. Yeah.
guys.
No.
Bro, to everybody watching, I had to remind them before the recording who that even is. You know I had to pick him, okay? You know. The
Oh.
antagonist of SAO. Okay, he put everybody in the game. Why? He forgot. Okay, we don't even know the motive,
Oh
guys.
my fuck.
And he put himself into the game as the strongest character in the strongest guild and still would have lost to Kirito if he didn't have his mod menu open. You know how
I'm
this
so
goes.
weak.
This
I'm
is so
so
fucking stupid.
I'm about
Dog.
to catch up just because he said this.
And
Because
then
That's
at
what that's what happened
No, and then
too.
at the very end, at the very end fight, I don't even care. Everybody has seen SAO. I don't give a fuck, right? And then at the very end, Kirito versus Kayaba in the game, right? Not the actual Kayaba.
yeah.
Kirito falls. He is killed, but then he somehow doesn't die and kills Kayaba. Okay, so he just says no to the game code because he has the power of friendship or whatever he wants. So Kayaba loses to plot. The plot itself. And then in the afterlife, right before everybody wakes up, Kayaba, why did you do it? Why did you put everyone in the game? I forgot about it a long time ago. Like, damn, bro, this motive is clean, man. It's clean.
That's trash ass, stupid
And th-
ass
and then and then
motive.
and then he comes back as sort of a backstory AI type of shit in Alicization and does basically nothing except be a plot
Fuck
device.
all.
The best. You know it's clean when the antagonist becomes a plot device in a later season. You know it's clean.
Fuck ass thing.
Yo, I need
That's
him.
so.
I'm
I need him in the villain house in RUC's anime house.
Fuck y'all is dumb. Do y'all realize that they went through a whole season of niggas is dying? Like niggas are dying, y'all. And they asked this dude, okay, so why'd you do it
Yeah.
all? Like, was it to prove something? Was it to like, make us realize something? He was like, no, I actually forgot.
Yeah, the crazy
Bye.
yeah, and
Like
like
what?
when he appears in Alicization, they kind of humanize him as if he didn't commit mass murder via
oh
a
my
VR
gosh.
game. Like, chill, bro. He has more bodies than Pain. If we're being no, we're not. Actually, he doesn't have more bodies simply because SAO was such a garbage game. It didn't even have like 10K players. Okay, that on release, only a couple
oh my
thousand
god.
died.
Nah, I'd be so mad. I mean, that's like someone just taking away your family, and you're just like, why'd you kill my family, dog? And they're just like, I don't know, I forgot. Like, what the fuck is
I heard.
that, dog?
Okay, look.
Who
To
wrote that?
all the angry SAO fans. I know. I heard that he is kind of better in the light novel. Okay, so
Fuck that light
the
novel.
anime just said, "Nah, we're rushing to the end." Right? Like the first couple episodes are clean, and then they're like, "Oh, Kirito's in a guild. Oh, Kirito is with Asuna suddenly." Right? Like, he's just in a different place in the game after a single episode. We don't know how. Oh, he's suddenly fighting against the antagonist. Like, the shit just happens. Okay, shit just happened. Watch the abridged. Actually, watch the abridged. He's a way better antagonist in that game, and he's better
What the
foreshadowed.
fuck?
Somehow he's better.
I'm weak.
But yeah, Kayaba Goto Hiko as my fifth pick. You know how it goes.
Oh my fucking god! No, I don't even. Man, I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. There's a lot to choose from as well, but I can't even argue any of them as much as I can probably argue this man. I'm gonna go with King Bradley from Fullmetal
Mm,
Alchemist Brotherhood.
I liked him a lot too.
I know some people probably rate him higher than Father because we see more of him throughout this. Because he literally is the epitome of Black Force energy. This nigga is like always on go. He's very very smart too. He's not just bright. He's very very smart. He's probably like I guess quote unquote like second in command compared to all the other sins. They kind of just not. I know they all follow like the actual Father, but they really follow him in a way. And he's very it's very layered too. Cause it kind of reminds me of like the best way I can even compare, like if y'all know Omni Man from
Yeah,
Invincible, it's kind of like that character in a way, like of him having his family and his double life, and does he
I
even
can
see
see
it?
that. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, like does he even see his family as anything, or does he see him as like this, this means to an end? And even the way he like, let me not even let me because I mean I feel like everyone's watched Full Metal Alchemist, brother. Even the way
Spoil it
he,
all.
even
Spoil
though
it all.
even the way he when he passes away and everything. I know with his like he starts turning old and stuff, and like, that was actually it was kind of that reminded me of when I don't want to try this, but yeah, man, fuck it, bro. In Tokyo Ghoul when Kirito Sensei passed away with the I remember when he that kind of feeling
Kiritos.
too.
What the fuck are you talking
Not
about?
Kirito. I said Kanekis.
No, you said
Yeah.
Kirito, but yeah, you meant Kaneki. You meant
Yeah,
Kaneki.
Kaneki,
SAO
yeah.
living rent free in your
Yeah,
head.
you brought that fuck ass villain up. That shit really threw me off for a loop. I thought you were gonna say someone else. I thought you
Oh
gonna.
my
I'm gonna say
god.
who I thought you said you were working up towards the end until let's pass
Yeah, yeah.
picks him.
Oh,
But yeah, but King Valley is mad fire. Mad, I was on go time. Was pressing everybody. I think the one of the best scenes ever is when they thought. Well, of course we all knew as a viewer he didn't die, but when they were doing, they were kind of winning the fight inside the Capitol, and this nigga just pulls up, pulls up by himself and just starts just
I
walking
love
walking
that.
into that shit. Nigga
Oh
was so
my
that shit was so
god.
scary actually as a viewer. I was like, what the fuck? Nigga started he started looking, he's like, are y'all gonna follow me or y'all gonna die by my hand? Like, oh hell no, nigga, I'm cool, nigga. Well nah. Like him by himself, Lee changed the title war by him. So he walked in there and started slashing niggas.
That's literally insane. Yeah.
Like it took for everything in their power to just beat this man. And even then, it's like, dog, at what cost? And even then, like Father still kind of accomplished the goal, so it didn't even matter at that point. Yeah, he for sure good. He's probably like I said, you can probably argue him being higher up the list, but like I said, there's so many damn antagonists. Not the one that Pan said, but just everybody else is
Hey.
just a lot more antagonists that are mad crazy, mad
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
No way Pan said that, dog. What the
he's the
fuck?
best one.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good pick. I like the Full Metal Alchemist. I had some on my list for Full Metal, but I don't even think I'm gonna pick them for my last slot. My last slot is going to be somebody who, as an antagonist, rightfully, just should be hated. Like 100% deserves to be hated. Has done many, many things to be hated, and has literally been an obstacle in the way of the protagonist every step of their journey. And from that angle, I'm gonna say from Jujutsu Kaisen is Mahito. Mahito is
Shit.
the antagonist that, he may not be as powerful as Sukuna has been hyped up to be. I originally was gonna pick Sukuna, but the anime is not even there yet, so I can't even. I can't even. I was like, bro, maybe if we did this like 3 weeks later, maybe, but nah. Right now, anime wise, Mahito is still that antagonist that I know a lot of the fan base hates. I personally hate because again, he's killed off some fan favorites. He almost killed off Nanami if it wasn't for Yuji coming in and saving the day. And everybody would have been ballistic. He gets a lot more bodies in this arc, let me tell y'all. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
spoil too much, but Mahito collects bodies, and y'all are gonna hate him much more after we finish season 2. Trust. So whenever you watch this,
Oh
just know
hell no.
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
Lord have
But
mercy, dog.
yeah. Oh my gosh, you're gonna hate. Like if you don't already hate him, you're going to at some point, because the things he does, again, irredeemable. Like we had mentioned earlier with some of Pan's picks, he's just his motive isn't really respectable of any kind. It's almost childish. He's like, oh, I kind of just, you know, I reshape the souls, and I kind of just do it for fun. You know, he just and he just fights because he enjoys being himself, being a curse, being able to manipulate. And but I also think he really enjoys fighting strong people.
Mhm.
But also he's just very, very underhanded. I don't know if y'all could tell, but when Mekamaru in season 2 almost bodies him, he had no issue uh, just clapping back. He always has something up his sleeve.
Mhm.
He's another one of those where he's not composed, but you can't really read how he's gonna act because he's always putting on a mask. He's always smiling. He always looks like he's having fun, and I hate it. I hate it
Yeah,
so much.
you
Like,
don't give a damn.
bro, stop! I hate you so much. Like he's just done so many irredeemable things. He becomes, oh my gosh, he becomes such an important force at the end of this arc for Yuji's growth. And even just his interactions with Yuji already. He's posed some good questions to Yuji. When Yuji saw Junpei get transformed, he was over here
Uh,
laughing at him with Sukuna. They were both laughing it up. And that man, it pushed Yuji to kind of be like, oh, they really don't. These are just curses at the end of the day. And he turned up. So Mahito to me continues to just make Yuji grow and become better. But it's also in the ways that you wouldn't expect, as we'll see with season 2,
Mhm.
where he's going to give Yuji a lot of reality. Yuji's going to have to face a lot because of Mahito. And Mahito is just dislikable on every front. I
Yes.
hate him. He's literally in the way of not just Yuji, everybody's intentions, everybody's goals. Mahito, bro. Mahito,
True,
I hate
true,
him.
true.
I don't go fucking blows, dog. Never. Like, cause that's what I was. I thought like when Pan was talking all that stuff. I thought he was gonna say Sakuna, but I guess that is true though. Sakuna he hasn't really shown himself in the anime. Like when Sakuna popped up
Not
in the
yet,
last
yeah.
episode, I low-key forgot he existed. We haven't seen that nigga in like
Exactly.
2
Exactly.
seasons, so I was
And
like,
that's
oh yeah,
why and that's why when I saw it, I was like, this is the beginning. This is where it starts. Because it's about yeah, he gonna remind y'all. He gonna remind y'all. Let me just say that.
that's crazy. I mean, yeah, that goes into honorable mentions for sure. Like Sakuna, I'm just gonna list some off, and then y'all can kind of like add on after. But
Mhm.
like I still do want to say Stain. I think Stain's one of the best antagonists inside of MHA. Not the, I mean, he's probably not the best. He's still pretty cool though. Of course, Madara. I guess you could pose a
Madara, of
question for
course, yeah.
Geto or like the person like who is Geto right now. All for One's pretty cool. Of course, Shigaraki, probably the best in MHA. Of course, Sakuna, Crollo from Hunter x Hunter,
Yes,
obviously is probably a
yes.
big pick.
Hisoka, Mr. Pedophile himself.
Yeah, Ahsoka. I think Ahsoka is probably like a lot more like it's like a lot like Mahito, but like but not even still not as evil as Mahito, which is crazy to think
Yeah,
about.
Mhm.
Ahsoka's
yeah.
fucking crazy. Itachi is to a certain extent. Majin, like I said, Demon Slayer has a lot. Not Demon Slayer. What the fuck? Not Demon. Fuck Demon Slayer.
Whoa.
Dragon Ball has a lot because like every villain is like has like is big. Like Cell was crazy.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Majin Buu is I know a lot of people love Majin Buu because he really is just chaos. Like that nigga, there is no meaning to him. He just kills. He
I
just
love
blows
that.
stuff. Just blows things up and just kills people just
Laughs at it.
because. Just
Like a
laughs
little
at it for no
kid.
reason. He's
Yeah.
fucking actually he's just pure demon time. Orochimaru, of course, is pretty
Yep.
good.
Mhm.
Garo, I don't they haven't shown it in the anime yet, so that's more of a manga thing. To
Yeah.
be fair, when it comes to
Yeah,
one
I'm
One
waiting on
Punch
season 3.
for
Yes,
One Punch
sir.
Man, there's a lot. But even like for Dragon Ball, besides Cell, of course, and then Majin Buu as well. Even like going back to like Raditz, like I said, Nappa.
Bro forgot
Um,
perfect cell.
I said Cell.
Nah,
He
you
said so.
didn't.
He said so.
Nah, you said perfect cell, bro.
Perfect Cell is fucking because Pan is like Pan acts just like Perfect Cell. I'm telling you, like characters like that is just Pan, just
Oh
reincarnated.
my
That's all it
gosh, that's
is, dog.
Nah,
hilarious.
wait. Let me see what I have
Even
written
like
down.
even like Beerus to a certain extent, like a lot of the villains, or not villains, but just like antagonists at certain points of the story is very very. Even like Goku Black, like all them niggas are just fucking pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, they aren't. See,
This nigga here,
yeah, I mean, okay, shit, like Obito Madara I've already mentioned.
I
Obito,
had
What did I
yeah,
have
I
here?
had
Obito.
Jiren on mine.
I have written
Jiren's
Jiren.
down
pretty
some people
strong,
like
yeah.
Crocodile
Broly's crazy too.
or
Ooh,
Ukiora. And
Okiora I had on my list. Yeah.
yes, yes. I mean, I had another JoJo one. I had two actually, Dio and Pucci. But
Dio, yeah.
I already had Kira, right, from part
I thought
4.
you didn't say Dio. I thought you were gonna say Dio for
Now,
sure.
Dio isn't even the best. Dio is like top 5, I would say, even though he is the most iconic one.
I had Envy on mine from Full Metal.
Mm-hmm.
He can fall into the Mahito
Yeah,
category.
all the sins are fucking.
Yeah,
I would have
and
said I would
then
have said Makima if the anime, had more seasons. But we're
yeah,
only in season
that's
1.
what. Yeah, we
Makima.
gotta wait for some of these because Sukuna and Makima are both like we gotta let the anime adapt first because
Yes.
they're gonna be goaded.
Crazy.
I had Blackbeard too from One Piece,
Blackbeard's pretty strong.
and I had Akaza from Demon Slayer.
Akaza. I was gonna say Kokushibo, like the first.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's probably the
yeah.
most menacing out of all of
But
them.
not in the
Yeah.
anime.
Not
We gotta
yet.
wait.
Not
We
yet.
gotta
Even
wait.
even even number 2 is fucking crazy. Whatever his name is, Donma, whatever his name
Yeah,
is. Number
Doma.
2 is fucking
Oh
crazy.
yeah, Doma.
I know, yeah, we mentioned Black Clover, but them niggas, I don't know. I haven't watched.
Oh,
Like,
that's another one. We gotta wait for oh my gosh, I'm
The anime
telling
is
you.
never coming back, by the way.
I mean,
What?
they released a
Why?
movie, but I heard the movie was not even canon, so I don't know.
I think it
I mean, it
was.
wasn't.
I
But
haven't I have not watched the movie. I'm waiting for the
it'll.
SAO movie too. Or can I watch it already?
No.
The second progressive movie, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Asuna is the
Nah.
protagonist. Nah.
The last 2 to 3 protagonists in Black Clover are goaded for sure.
Okay, I think we always say this low key, but I think this time I actually mean it, and I'm not just capping. This is probably the best draft so far in terms of the picks, because this isn't just a popularity contest. Like it's really just what we personally like. If this were a popularity contest, we would have only had Naruto, Dragon Ball, Bleach, and
Legit.
One Piece, right? But we have a lot of variety. I feel like from new gen, from older gen, and even like in terms of those two, also some underrated. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's it. Tell us in the comments who won, okay? And don't forget my fifth pick, strongest probably. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been Panjaz, and I was about to say guest, but nah, it's Paz, bro. You know who Paz is, okay? Yeah, and yeah, see you on the next episode of whatever we want to do. We're gonna do. I don't fucking know. Peace.
Bye.